that was protected.
I've got to do something. It's so big. I don't think now.
Yeah, they didn't see that later. They're like, okay. 8 hours while I waited.
Yeah. I was only until about 9. Well, I was home by 11, and I knew what was happening by. I went to bed. I went to bed, and I'm not surprised. I've been watching TV for a long time.
Some staffers over there.
I'm more disappointed than surprised. Absolutely. I had a whole bunch of things. Didn't see it coming. Yes. Late, we'll talk later.
Yeah, it was. So short.
I've never understand.
I just have to practically have.
Now, there's still
If I step that way and talk about you got over there, so that's right.
Just try not to step into my frame.
You're fine. I'm fairly. Not by accident. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, no problem.
so can't do that. So there's a piggy. Okay. Piggy.
Mr. Sniffles.
With some pickles.
Merrill said.
That's how they.
Yes, actually.
Right now, you have good head on the album.
Yeah. Oh, did you? So yeah, no. Okay with that.
Unless he comes out, you have to do it. We'll never want to see it.
Yeah, Canada being so huge and vast is still going to be pretty good.
Yeah, they had put up a wall to stop it. I'll go.
Oh, there you go.
The optics are important.
That's the same way
It's also important. Right out
in my
they don't know exactly what to expect from this meeting. I don't think they expect it to be a long meeting, but if Donald Trump wants to engage on substance and policy, they say President Obama is ready to do that. They also say that President Obama has been very even-tempered about this, bucking up for staff that is quite downcast about the results because President Trump communicated this authority like the last 8 members of the executive office staff. absolutely right. Think about it. That meeting that you described 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, White House Correspondents' Dinner was defined by President Obama mocking Donald Trump, who had been prosecuting the birther campaign against him. Now, President Obama is passing the reins of power to Donald Trump. What, on a personal level, is that like?
Yes, we expect to arrive here in just a few minutes.
I'm surprised that they've never met. Of course, if they had met, we would have seen the photographs. We've seen the many photographs of Bill Hillary Clinton with Donald Trump. Representative Donald Trump in the Senate. Bill Clinton was President of the United States who met Donald Trump. So I think that is a relationship which we can begin. Personally today, it's never going to be a close relationship, but the well-being of the country depends on it being a smooth relationship.
Trump at his part saying there's time to drain what he called the corrupt Washington swamp. So in the wake of all those remarks during the campaign, both sides have been making great efforts to emphasise what cordial is extraordinary, what the business side of the business of Mr. Obama, saying in the Rose Garden yesterday that at the end of the day, we're all the same team, we're all Americans, we're all patriots, and he wanted to strengthen the rule of law. We also believe, White House spokesman Josh Earnest briefing yesterday, President Obama.
That's right. You know, they very time when Donald Trump and his team have to administer Obamacare. Josh Earnest is persuading a lot of people over exactly what
the manner in which we have a question of these programs will take Obamacare,
it is possible that the same government legislation that is actually fixes some of the problems with Obamacare as opposed to eradicating all the campaign. Republicans comment on Capitol Hill that taking away health care currently being received by 20 million people is not going to be easy to generate a lot of competition. So how do you do that? How do you change insurance rules if you, for example, get rid of the provisions in Obamacare that limit the disparity between premiums charged to older people as compared to younger people? That's going to benefit some, it's going to hurt others. How do you balance those costs and benefits? It's not easy. You could have a complete rule grant that would generate a lot of the same is true of Dodd-Frank. I think there are elements of Dodd-Frank that he's in a position Donald Trump and other Republicans have raised being critical of its effect on unit banks and situation on lending. So how do you keep things that might have increased the safety and diminish the immediate risk of financial trouble and executive institutions you'll see them very good without completely eliminating the entire thing. All that is a huge challenge, and we think we should be bearing that responsibility.
The Supreme Court promised a list of 21 judges during the campaign, most of which, for instance, on touchdown conservative issues, were really very conservative. One judge, for instance, on this list of Mr. Trump's calling Roe versus Wade, a decision in 1970 granted abortion rights, he said that was a constitutional violation. So, no doubt about it, it's going to be very different from January the 28th. But I think some of the exercise this morning, it's not just formality, it's some of that exercise over that President Obama trying to move Mr. Trump off some of his most harmful decisions based on the basis of the White Trump team hasn't produced this balance, but they haven't ruled it out either. I think that is very significant. Let's not forget that remarkable moment in the second presidential debate when Trump said he would appoint a special prosecutor. And told Mr. Trump, you're going to jail. As you say, a very popular cry was rallied. So on election evening, Kellyanne Conway, his campaign manager, what about the special prosecutor? She said we haven't made a decision, essentially not ruling it in, not ruling it out. very significant Rudy Giuliani has been on the American networks this morning. Mr. Giuliani, former mayor of New York, very close to Mr. Trump, has been one of his key surrogates during the campaign, and is widely assumed will be Attorney General after the next man in charge of American law enforcement. He said very clearly that Obama should not power Mrs. Clinton. This is a power actually which belongs to President Obama. We've got a new team coming in with a mandate, and essentially Giuliani will be breaking that mandate for Mr. Obama. It's not part of Mrs. Clinton. He hedged on whether there would be a special prosecutor for Giuliani, saying that would be a massive deal. He said it would be a problem if people lower down the chain, like the Clinton Foundation, to do with emails, could be prosecuted and convicted, and Mrs. Clinton will not. As I said, it's a public power Mr. Obama has in previous presidential pardons, the most famous of those being President Ford's pardon with President Nixon. That could be full crimes or prosecutions, actual or theoretical, current or future.
ついにトランプ氏が足を踏み入れました。多くの報道陣が集まる中、北口の質でオバマ大統領と会談しています。
こちらホワイトハウスの支部でトランプ氏が今オバマ大統領と会談しています。大勢の職員も固唾を飲んで見守っています。
Well, it's good to say, before we get to Capitol Hill, just staying with the White House for a second, we're going to get to Melania Trump meeting Mr. Obama, which I think the First Lady's to do. You'll get Mike Pence meeting Joe Biden. Of course, as you say, Mr. Trump going to the key meetings on the Hill. A lot of people have speculated about the future of Paul Ryan. Of course, getting elected Speaker of the House is a matter for the House of Representatives, not something Mr. Trump would get directly involved in. At least if you look back at precedent, although he is, as President-elect, the leader of the Republican Party, Mr. Ryan did come out and support him. There was almost a sense that he was holding his nose to do so. This endorsement seemed reluctant at times. Other times, for instance, when that Access Hollywood came out joking about sexual assault and groping women, you saw Mr. Ryan back off it very quickly, as did other members of Republican leadership. Make no mistake, Mr. Trump ran a campaign that was essentially trying to burn down the political establishment, and that includes the Republican Party establishment. That's why, for instance, the Bush family was supported not only because of fees, Mr. Trump said about George Bush, but because this is a man who ran not just an outsider campaign in terms of its rhetoric. This is a man with no political experience. He is not part of the Washington system. He is trying to change things and change things in a big way. And the question is whether he decides that his agenda can be filled by working with the guy, or if he has his own candidate for the job. Moving over to the Senate, Mitch McConnell is going to be a very important figure. There is traditionally a very, or used to be a very important rule in the Senate about key appointments being filibustered. It used to take 60 senators to okay a cabinet appointment. Very recently, under the Democrats, that changed, and now it takes a simple majority, so you're going to see Mr. Trump's cabinet appointments go through very, very quickly. You will need the Senate Republicans to do that. The only case where this does not happen is with the Supreme Court, and technically you still need 60 senators to sign off on the Supreme Court nomination. If it's to be a simple majority, then they need a rule change in the Senate, and certainly you need Mitch McConnell for that. So these men certainly have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, the only thing I want to do is go on. Because as soon as we start,
Okay, sure.
Good job, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi there.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Thank you very much. What's the duration of the item?
Don't move that way.
Oh, really? I was going to ask him about it. Because I've been looking, when I've asked for a recommendation, he recommended people had a horrible experience. So,
It's crazy. I cried all evening.
Thank you. Just come in this open stuff. Okay. Sorry. Came through the side wall.
Twice depression. I feel it.
those are all the right things. That's great.
We live in a Ohio.
What could be better?
You don't realize.
Okay, come in shortly.
Yeah. So you figured out. Really? Yeah.
Leave it at home. Did we talk about this? You can't. Did we talk? Leave it at home. It's a long day. You know what I do with because I know if I take it inside, I left my house like that. So what I do, as soon as I get in the car and take it off, I flip it right on the radio. We have a two-way radio, I flip it right there. So when I get out, okay, I got it. All my credits are staying. I will leave it in a coat. I don't need that raincoat.
Yeah, I can screw it up. It's a great
Still get it. All right. Yeah, it's still good. It doesn't matter. You're on the list. I'll get the temporary space.
You say terrible things about each other in the past couple of weeks.
Yes,
So
it doesn't say
imagine the tension. We're here. If things go to schedule, in less than half an hour's time, we come out of the Portugal behind him. He's been pretty busy with getting the idea of what his first 100 days look like. He's been working on this for some time, as is necessary because to get security clearance takes several weeks. So he's really going to be handing the FBI a list of cabinet names and sub-cabinet names. And also, at the same time, he's put up a website inviting people to put their names forward as members of his administration. So he's got 4,000 posts to fill. That's the kind of detail I'm sure he's not getting into President Obama this morning. So we were told yesterday by the White House spokesman Josh Ernest that Mr. Obama would like to, I think, not persuade or lobby Mr. Trump, but inform him that governing campaign things like the Iran nuclear deal. I'm sure that Mr. Obama wants to move Mr. Trump off some of his decisions taken in the campaign. Whether Mr. Trump governs as president, his campaign as a candidate, I think remains to be seen.
I just say we don't know about it. But he does. Why don't you set up
Absolutely. Mr. Trump has the power to do it. Not only can he quickly unsign all the executive orders that President Obama used to govern, he's got both houses of Congress. A lot of people are expecting Obamacare, healthcare legislation, to be repealed very soon. The question is then, what is to replace it? Of break the system here. Whether suddenly activates the radionuclear program, to go back and negotiate how much money we get this month. That would be Trump touched on repeatedly during his campaign. You can imagine that some security branch, CIA, touch on exactly those
Yeah, I need to. I don't know if it's the same design, but there's no lighting in it whatsoever.
out of vision, it's fine light.
I have lamps, so there is no lighting. So really big. Yeah, I do have.
My wife was saying, is this line up only up until quarter past? We're attempting to extend it, but I wouldn't make any assumptions.
So did you have see, now I was gonna, I've got like a kitchen, little dining area here, and a living room, and there is a wall, so I was actually thinking, I was thinking of taking the wall out. Yeah.
No, they're asking. Wait, you said
I'm on it. Yeah, I'll be right back. I do, although I think I'm going to just change all of the thing. The guy who did my bathroom, it's very bad to be proud to tell you that it messed up my hardwood floor and tried to substitute it.
So what we down when we pulled it down with all you?
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah.
150 guy. Yeah, 150
It's easy to clean. Yeah, that's a big plus. Yeah, I know. It's like a strip. It's yeah, I know. It works. A friend who just recently had in Arlington, right up near where I do. Massive parking. Imagine some houses in the 1980s. Two members, that's what they really big ones. $800,000. And we had a water dip all the way down, and it ran for about 7 hours.
Outside the ground.
So everything was got it. And the guy came in to come in. But it's all on one affordable one. Church beat up really well. We put in about $20,000 of parking floors throughout the house. And then we gave a copy.
Both sides are kind of played.
The guy, reality made good on it. So, well, maybe next week, 6 months, maybe it'll go down. So that's the guy's answer. It's either sue him or sell it. No, street. Yeah, so I mean, the guy lived out here or something. So basically, he come in. Yeah, or he'd say, "Oh, I'll be there at 8 in the morning." Won't show up something. That stuff really irritates me because
Mr. Trump has enormous power.
yeah. So progress. And they had everything. They got Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, tap him on the shoulder. We're using this shot on the air, and you're in our shot. You're in our shot, and we're on the air live. Also,
I just log into a bit of things going on in the neighborhood. I will, I'll find that out.
hey, but all these cameras are live. Thank you.
So will Mr. Thompson be appealing, or will he have to come forward with his own plan? Very, very short order, Mr. Brian, with a lot of executive.
Oh, stop, real quick. Nobody steps on the grass.
トランプ氏が今、選挙後初めてホワイトハウスを訪れ、オバマ大統領と会談しています。大勢の報道陣が詰めかけています。
During the day here, you can find sensitive Joe Biden, a lot of the time. Yes, I am.
Get a great job.
Hasta luego.
Bye.
They released me, so I'm doing 5 lines, can't do okay. So how many minutes? What's the time now? So they want a voice for 20 minutes. For which hour, what duration? What the duration? Because they can get across the traffic light. But I suggest they just click whatever it is. I can do something, I can leave across the traffic light now, take another 5 minutes. Can you switch me to traffic from this line? It's been with traffic. My line.
And then I'll pause. So I'm going to pause.
Still in 5 live. If we do traffic, I can add in something.
Hey sir, this is a live camera here too.
Okay, shot. Am I getting your shot?
No, just the edge of it. It's okay.
It's cool, by the way, just yell if I start to scream. back to world and its ability to find right will quite actually quite useful.
Good morning from the White House. President Obama welcomed President-elect Donald Trump right to the White House. The meeting will actually take place in Brazil.
Just going to check 2 minutes of the passport. Right.
That's what reading for the voiceover for the seconds, yeah.
Alright, but maybe switching to traffic.
Right on the sunline is about there. It might be a sketch with back with all these cameras about there.
Sí, del otro lado, sí. ¿Cómo por allá?
Excuse me, sir. You see these cameras? They're live.
No, I'm just doing a
It
quick...
doesn't matter. You're in our shot.
Oh, sorry. Everybody's just live?
Go over there. But these cameras are live. They're taking this shot.
No, never mind.
Yeah. The whole thing, everybody does red carpet. You don't have to think. Get the what?
Por isso fiz as canas da cabeça baixo a baixo, os três pontos,
Well, in order to get it in time, I don't think taking this siempre have to have something that fits the size that background. Answer.
Yeah, that's why this Sunday I'll be tonight I'll be in Philadelphia. That's what I thought.
My cameraman on side. Brazilian television. Always scared.
Just trying to learn
Thank you for the honesty.
Oh no, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, look.
Я пока постою, подожди. Давай, да. Но вы следите тоже, естественно, потому что вы же Хорошо. Ладно, хорошо, давай.
Hey, Pat, I'm going to go inside. I got to get a battery charger.
Hey, sir, you gotta get out of the way.
Okay.
Hey,
Excuse me. What are you doing?
Can I tell him to give you his number? I'm trying because I'm on the phone now. Just on the line. It's +1.
I got it.
Есть, хорошо, да. Я под Белым домом стою, так что если не смогу ответить, то не смогу. Пока жду. Есть.
Quite possible. That's quite possible. Yeah. Okay. But it's so subtle. You know, you'll see in that page of the story, you'll miss it. Yeah, that's right. That was also
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah, they're talking over the shot. And it hurts is
Ну, ясно, да. Значит, я что хотел? Я прошу прощения, что беспокоил. Я был сейчас в МВФ, я был в МВФ сейчас, а опять с ним говорил, опять что да, мы все за, мы все работаем, мы ищем. Ребят, дайте вот в эти 2 недели 2 дня. И все, от вас ничего другого. Ну, короче, вот так вот. Теперь, сегодня опять пришло указание, что Чудаков вышел. Это то, о чем мы говорим. Иван сидит, его сдвигов нет. И не знаю, будут. Чудакова они собираются менять. Мы как были, так и есть полуколлеги. Сейчас нельзя в офисе сидеть, мне сейчас надо бегать, в городе находиться. Я не могу, я привязан к этим экранам. Вот. Наше нынешнее руководство этого или не понимает, или не хочет понимать. Скорее второе. Вот. Поэтому я вот прошу вашего совета, что мне делать. Я готов позвонить хоть Генди, но я хочу понимать, что я только не наврежу. Хорошо, ладно. Через сутки я за сутки постараюсь вытрясти из этих МВФов хоть что-нибудь. Есть, да, спасибо, есть.
So he has to be up on the hill at 12:30? What are you telling me? He's not coming. And ridiculously chaotic.
When does that ever stop? There's no rules anymore.
No rules, just right. Isn't that Taco Bell or something?
Just so you know, that camera's small. Probably all are. Like, it's wide angle.
Okay.
Right where you are.
Well, I was just...
Yeah, I kept walking in. You know, like they have this stuff.
On MSNBC? Can I call my friends and then make an appearance? Just kidding.
Yes, of course. The what? The cameras?
Yeah, with the
So this
camera.
car wouldn't do here.
Because I've never seen anything like this.
Yes, exactly.
Why would he need to with
One like just as much of this I can. One more. Gotta get a better angle here. You want as many of this as... What's on the West Wing? Excuse me, sir. We're taking this camera high.
I know, I'm
You don't
moving
care.
out.
Then I'll believe you.
I'm moving out. Thank you, sir.
That's good. What's that? I know. I just want to take a photo of
Okay, that's me right there. Okay, and the shot of the doors to the left or right of me. To my right. I have no idea. Hey, Buck. Yo. Whose camera?
C-SPAN.
C-SPAN. C-SPAN.
Hey, Dan. We're live with that shot. We're live with that shot.
C-SPAN. If there's what? No. No. Okay. Now, supposedly, when I covered their camera, they immediately came out and said, "Hey, we're live." I don't know. There was nothing going on. You know, so if I wind up with my ass in a sling over this, yeah.
Yeah, well, here I am. Here, once again, I paid. Yeah, more of the guard. The camera's on this.
Pat, is this you? Is this you from this orange one?
No, I got one yellow. Right. Oh, those green things are still up right now. Thank you very much.
That'll take a little while.
That's very good tip. I didn't
John Yang. Hey, how are you?
I'm like, I got this.
Good.
Poorly educated.
Well, in a way, yes, the Russians have to learn more. That's how their life is. I wouldn't say I mean, almost anyone I meet here, I'd say at least a couple of months.
What's going on?
It's more than I would say. It's good. Unless I'm the person I think well, maybe these days.
I watch in my leisure time. I watch
Exactly. Nobody comes out.
the subtitles. Yeah, the subtitle got out and it's out and it's on a network in Virginia. It's so narrow. It's called Fog and Crime. And it's supposed to be about an Asian woman. And she is actually a former news journalist. And for me, but anyway, I'd like you to know she is certified, educated, she's supposed to be an attorney. Milan, maybe Milan. Anyway, but the common homicide detective, and when they have a discussion, she can she's supposed to have like a PhD, metallurgist, plus law degree, plus this and this. And she speaks, and she does it. She's not an Irish, and she is a Russian. And she apparently has been fairly successful newscaster before her incarnation of editor. What's it's called Fog and Crime. If you're in the detective is also looking at her, tell me she is hot. I will. Yeah, so the Fog and Crime. It's supposed to be about the river Pol. It's apparently a fog frequency, so the idea is crimes have happened.
Fog and Crime, Russian stars.
But it makes me, it's difficult.
Yeah, we're good. Oh no, we
I'm
had
so
your
jealous.
Well, this is just for show. This guy, on the other hand, has a personal experience.
No white. I'm not going to say that he
Right.
Ask around now and then. Some perception.
I know this is a real test for one for President Obama to try to make a transition to President-elect Donald Trump, who is going right to the heart of his agenda. His aides are very downcast right now. But that's what the test is.
But that just proves that he's right. That it is the best aphrodisiac. Judge him for that. Mostly we can be judges. Yeah, you can. There is an old joke, but there is an old joke about Stalin. The secret policeman is complaining to Stalin about commanding general. His commanding general was supposed to be young. So he's a this guy.
It's been coming out.
The wife, like he has a wife coming and lives with this gorgeous young girl, blah blah blah. So they gather, but they don't have and he keeps silent. Some time passes and he keeps silent. We're just being jealous. Right, that's all I can The guy is also great. He's probably a bigger movie star than
Oh yeah, and in Italy. Having said that,
You're in a great spot in case somebody actually were to happen.
She's one of these girls that see them in your life, no matter what. And you know, it's also very personal. I'll just I remember a girl who was dying for Now I look back and even I don't really know why I was just
yeah, it depends on the timing.
depends on the timing, it depends on the various things.
Yeah. Where you are and what you're thinking.
You were actually mixing me up with something, like so I could hear. Hi Dave, how you doing? I'm Martha.
One of them, right. That's so narrow. Angela.
Hi, how are you? Okay. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Right now you're watching a feed of the White House. President-elect Trump is meeting with President Obama right now at the White House. future First Lady Melania Trump is also going to be meeting with First Lady Michelle Obama. But right now, President-elect Trump is meeting with President Obama right now inside of the White House. We're not sure if we're going to see him come out of the building or not, but if we do, we'll have it up live right now so you'll be able to see it. There also should be a special report coming up shortly, so we'll have full coverage of that right here on our Facebook page on ABC Action News.
Natasha Stefanenko and Angela Carnelius.
You need to clean the camera.
Okay. So Angela Carnelius and Natasha Stefanenko. Because Stefanenko is not a real name.
Oh, it's a made-up. Maybe a stage name from TV days.
Russian. Really carry. Let's see. Natasha Stefanenko.
And she's trying to get into Hollywood.
She's not Stefanenko, she's Stefanenko.
Oh, okay.
And then Stefanenko is a known.
Yeah, Katerinburg, Russia, she was born in 1972. But the series is
Here she is. She's married, she has a daughter.
killing me. He's got an Italian side. That she has.
She's 45 years old.
Yeah, now. Like you can see why, and in this one, look at Bob Rest. It's supposed to be like a word. He's lost his way. I'm trying to keep it down. And he's always jealous. Has nothing it's a classic. But yeah, if you can see how they're done.
I like it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Like oops.
More so.
Yep, the camera's still hot. He says it's not making much shot they have around here.
If I sat on one of those stools, would I be in your frame?
I don't think so, and I'll frame it around. You want to sit on my chair?
I want to sit in the sunshine.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I out of your way?
No, not at all.
Oh, good. I'm out of your way. Yes, I am. Out of your way. Right, good. Thank you.
Lucas Davenport is the detective. Yeah, Lucas Davenport. He's John Sanford. He's the author. And he does all those serial crimes, serial murders. Sort of, the idea is to look into the nature of evil other than just like a particular crime. There is a plot, but for me also it's finding like a way of looking into like rural because it's set in Minnesota. He's in Minnesota. He has a lot of investigations outside of the city, and so it's and then male psyche. The author obviously the author is the balcony. The people so curious. All the executives themselves, the staffers. The staffers.
But when I was in high school, I used to do like national
National family. murder mysteries that also have supernatural, like the one femme fatale, but also have something like mysterious power. And I found that very different from Sherlock Holmes. But Sherlock Holmes also had some. Yeah, sort of like the realist snake,
Hey, son.
Oh yeah,
We are taking this live, just so you know.
He had some very, very good. I watched more novels, but very good.
And then there was another guy, I forget. I read them years ago.
One of them was called Green Ripper, which was about a terrorist cell.
They hung up. You getting like a fast busy now?
He lived in it.
And then it went to,
He lived on his own
if
cell.
you want to die,
1960s, 70s. But I'm going to take some pictures. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
It's good to see you again.
Gringo?
they gave up on us, Ringo.
Is it over?
This is the shot that we had. This shot.
So our mic's just on strike. I know usually they kind of put him out, but yeah, they just off to the side because we're not thinking he's gonna.
Or if a vehicle.
I see how to block it. Okay, but it would be okay for us to try to send him like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's we don't think he's
You're good.
You're good. I'm here. Yes. Hi, BBC London. Oh, yeah. Right. Uh-huh. I can hear you. Can you see me okay? Now it's dialed down.
What are you seeing over there, Dan?
She turned 13.
Excuse me, guys. Hey, ma'am, this is a live camera.
We're trying to tell them that they don't see that. You get it, huh?
You understand?
Hey, John. There's a pool party. Right, I saw that they were called out. And they're still.
Hey, Gail, how are you?
He's my closest to
Probably gonna bring you up. But once I do here, I got no chance.
Okay.
Almost like fighting and carving and
As soon as
Well, thank you very much for having me. This is very much the part of making the transition from campaigning, from government, from being a candidate to being president-elect and having the president deal with Mr. Trump now as a person who is going to follow him as his successor. So it's a time to think about the presidency and not to think backwards of the campaign. And it's a time to talk about those issues that the president feels are very important for him to transition to President-elect Trump. The things that he thinks are important for him to think of. Now, the transition itself has really been underway since early May. Because 6 months before the election, the government stands up two councils. One is called the White House Transition Coordinating Council, and that has on it, it's chaired by the Chief of Staff, and it has on it senior members of the White House staff, and they plan out how the transition is to be handled. And then the Agency Transition Directors Council is run by career people, and they have the 15 departments and 5 largest agencies close together, where they talk about the information that needs to be gathered for the transition. And they all started in early May and then once the conventions took place in July, on August 1st, most candidates were given space in an office building that's only about a half a block from here, where the government provided them with space and then also with computers and the technology that they would need to prepare for coming in if either of them were to win. So you've had transition teams put together by both the Clinton and Trump people had their people together thinking through the issues of appointments and policy, what they would plan to do if they came into office, what kinds of executive orders they would they would issue on January 20th. And now that process has moved to another office that's nearby where there will be very secure location for the president-elect when he comes to town, and then for all of his meetings, which will get much larger from this point on. Because at the beginning, from the August period to the election, you have about 100 people, and then it goes up to several hundred, 400 or 500 people who are going to be working on transition teams. So a lot has been going on before this. So when they meet, their teams would already have gotten together, both the team that is led by Dennis McDonough, who is the chief of staff, and then the Trump team is led by Chris Christie.
The milk, yes, the milk is not that's a parallel story.
Well, nobody's talking about exactly what
that's first, the first it is at first.
But foreign policy is usually, and national security issues are usually on the list. That was true in 2008 when President Bush met with President-elect Obama, and he talked to him about several issues, including the drones that we had operations, and also he discussed with him some of the other programs like the Iran program. So they really get into the weeds with important issues if they want to do so, or it could be just more general where the president goes over preparations they have made. So it's going to be up to some degree, it's up to the president and president-elect about what they're going to do. With questions from the president-elect I do realize that you're way too
next time I ask you, I'll use that.
Well, the other story I have is more striking. Out of the way. John
to some extent, that is it's up to the president how much is given. The most secret information is sources and methods, and that information in 2008 came to President Obama once he became president. Because in a way you don't need that information at this point. What you need is general information, but going down to some of the specifics of the issues and what kinds of threats there are, that sort of thing. And in a meeting that's relatively short, it's hard to get to the down very far. But this is important for its symbolism, and I think it's also important that when you're president-elect and you land in Washington, you have at least a 15-vehicle motorcade, recognize you're traveling in a different way and you're coming into a different place from where you're So I think symbolically that's very important for you to understand that you're making that means you're going to be thinking about being president all of the not just
Is it over? Is the meeting over?
I think that the example of a very good transition would be 2008. The Bush people started very early. President Bush himself asked Joshua and his chief of staff with handling the transition in December of 2007. So helped them put together people who would work on transition issues. We had the doors a year long, said they began really almost security advisor put together a memorandum on issues in countries that began in November of 2007. So that is a long time of preparation and allowed them to really stop and think things through about what a new person coming into the Oval Office will need to have. Example of a more transition, I think that there are aspects of transitions that happen. And for example, in the transition from I think Clinton spent all of his time working on economic issues like this actually election. He was tasked together really to think through his White House staff. The White House staff is important to get together as because in a sense it is your decision-making system, and you want to have that in place in order to make sure that you've gathered all the information you need, and that a decision on appointments by the president is going to be a mature decision. To do that, you need to have the White House staff. But in Clinton's place,
That camera's live.
he did
my bad.
White House staff about 6 days before the election. 6 days before the inauguration. So people
Which one?
thinking in terms of
The one you're standing in front of is
where they live. That's my job. And I talk to people about how it should be.
I'm here from Massachusetts. I call you. He's from a place called Citrus.
Oh, it's nice talking to you. Thank you very much. Sure. Now we switch to the radio, right?
Wireless.
Yeah. Apple 14.
Colonnade.
Ему, чудаку. Но так это сохранит ситуацию в нынешнем ее виде. В нынешнем виде она уродская. Мы в нынешнем виде сейчас имеем 3 человек вместо 4 корреспондентов. И не имеем стажеров. То есть реально на самом деле, тогда как нашим друзьям-соперникам из Москвы присылали на выборы подкреплений в виде там, да, вот, да, да не получит он ее, потому что они все говорят это, я извиняюсь, да какую конкретную дату? За американцев он дату назначил. Он знает, может, дату консультации визовых. Да, будут консультации. Да, американцам еще раз скажут, что среди 25 тысяч разных вопросов им скажут, вот у нас еще такой есть вопрос. Да, они скажут, мы разберемся. Ничего не изменится от этого. Это будет просто дата консультации. И мне примерно такие же ответы все время говорят. Да, ну ты что же там, все. А когда ты начинаешь разбираться, почему человек так говорит, оказывается, завтра попросят какого-то чиновника, может быть, чтобы он что-то сделал. Вот. А тебе говорят, завтра все будет решено. Я говорю, я поверю в то, что когда увидел. И пока я вижу, что мы прошли выборы, важнейшее событие за год как не знаю назвать, крипом состояние, с связанными руками, но выжили. вы должны, а нас хотят бросить такими же из-за... Я, честно говоря, я возмущен этим отношением. Да,
are the 1,100 that are presidential appointees that require Senate confirmation. Those are your leadership team. And
за вами, я все решу. Конечно, пусть вам.
400 confirmed by the Senate by August. And those are going to be the cabinet secretaries and important agency heads and their deputies. Those are the people who are going to lead on policy. Well, is there anything you can do with the mic? What do you think about them? They're getting a lot of attention. So we can't do anything about the wind, so we're going to yes, it is breezing up a bit. We're going to switch. And we're using a different microphone. How does this? Yeah. Okay. You want me to try turning around? How's this? It still feels. Is it? Keys are starting early, having a team in place to be considering appointments, having another team in place to be considering policy, another team is to be a publicity communication strategy team that's going to be thinking 100 days, 200 days, a year out, what kinds of things you want to accomplish. Getting the information from the sitting administration, that's an important aspect of the competition as well. And we now have new legislation that was signed by President Obama in March that creates a framework that previously did not exist. It was used by President Bush, but they were not creating part of it, which was the idea was to start early. President Bush's case, he tasked his chief of staff, Joshua Bolten, on December of 2007 to start planning for a transition out because he said we have two wars and we need to make sure that we provide the information. And then, considering that the new legislation provides that new councils be created in May, early May, by May 8th, and signed the order on May 6th, that the White House Transition Coordinating Council be created. That's one shared by the Chief of Staff, Dennis McDonough, that is bringing together a dozen people to consider plus the White House staff to consider what kind of planning needs to be done. They set the policy, and then Agency Transition Directors Council, which is mostly career staff people. Those people that are going to plan there are 15 departments and 5 larger states, how the transition is to be carried out. The kind of information that is going to be gathered in one form, and then what the budgets are of the programs that they have, and for personnel, job descriptions. And so those councils meet from May onward, and the Agency Transition Directors Council is one that meets very regularly and has been gathering the information. what happens now is in the national security area, the president-elect gets more detailed briefings and postpone the things that the aspect of the government is providing them to tell them that they think are important. And then if the president-elect is interested in digging down into lots of questions, they will do that more. So there are many more people that are going to be involved in the briefings and at a higher level than the briefings that the well, that is one of the aspects of the party transition that you have lawyers working on the executive orders, what executive orders are issued by a president, and how you want to deal with them. And then also your memoranda that are created that give information to the federal government and the career people of things that you want to do, like this week, the freeze on federal hiring is one of the things that President Reagan did, and he also had a freeze on requiring furniture or redecorating federal government agencies. He used those as signals that he was going to be tough on the budget and he was ready to cut the spending. Important aspect of the transition from being the candidate to being president-elect and then being president. And I think that in the case of President Obama, you could hear him listening back. He's not basing the transition on what he may have said about Donald Trump. I thought it was first that you talk about the president of all the team. He is moving.
Okay, all right. They apparently have a state house. There's a case should come out together and
the early plan that President Bush started that early allowed for people to think about what kind of information would be gathered and what that information and then synthesize it into filters through what is and that's what time also buys the opportunity sometimes the case of the NSC about any new people coming in to the NSC as director had the opportunity and they were able to their counterpart. So you have a lot of paper.
We'll see. We'll see worst things that have happened in life. We'll get over this one as well, you know?
So if you're going to find out how it really works, you need to paper with people like you need to have people sit next to one another and talk to one another. what they do, all of that is important. That's the major element. Most of them try to get the president on the other hand, short and has taken a position, but it's not hard to
No. Let me be clear. Sorry, let me be clear. There's no this is all based on something we're not getting there is no seat. It goes from data right or generic White House into the beast. It would go almost continuing.
one of the good things about the way that
They apparently put through a
more things that didn't work so well. I think that one of the things they have is that the White House plan early because that is a decision to have chief of staff people that he or she is going to have staff secretary paper flow.
Excuse me. Hey guys, this is a live pool camera. It's a live pool camera. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know it's just cool because it's still assembles the microphone and stuff.
Okay, thank you very much.
How many did you say? Sorry? That's about What specifically is this location? No, yeah, this, yeah.
This is like straight out of
Pointing up or pointing down? Huh? Yeah. You guys were 90 here for 9 hours. Started 7. I love this thing. Do we know that they're recording in Washington? Yes, they're recording here. Okay, they are recording? Yeah? Yeah, pretty great.
This meeting is about showing the strength and robustness of the US Constitution. This meeting is about showing the strength and robustness of the US Constitution, that the office of the presidency is more important than any individual, that the peaceful transfer of power is a cornerstone of US democracy. Let's just hope that the freedom... This meeting is about showing the strength and robustness of the US Constitution, that the office of the presidency is more important than any individual, that the peaceful transfer of power is a cornerstone of US democracy. Who knows what will be said when the cameras aren't there? Well, let's hope it's more constructive than some of the things they've said about each other. Okay, cool. Let me just get... Did that get recorded? I just did one. Can you record that one? Yeah, thank you. Okay, just get I mean, I never make a sound I'm out of Chicago. Right next to One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 total 3-year oranges left. This is a couple scribblers up ahead too. Where you still in here? I think you guys will stay out here. Right here? If you guys can wait right over here. No,
it's fine.
This is my spot. It's a full camera. Are you sure? Because I got a camera. There's one. There should be one still camera. That's it. Otherwise, it's going to be a mix. Yeah. It's 7 stills and one television. You need one television, one still.
So we're good on the TV side. I've just been in touch with Zeke about it because we're trying to like form a pool.
I've got 3 of those.
So don't worry about that. That was just like a thing, but I'm keeping.
They're not joining us, right? The 3 that just walked up? But 7 Mondays and go to the Capitol. So I want to get this.
If he does come out, I can't understand it.
Is someone recording there on this line? Eva should be able to record it on television. Or do you want them to record it after? Okay, well you get me through. We're going to put you on television to go. Bye.
this is the Center for the National Interest, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misdialed. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Michelle and Don. So there's no protective He's got the night watch. There's just going to be news cameras staying outside of the telephone line. He's got a bunch of meetings, doesn't he? Yeah, the whole transition stuff is here.
Thank you, Dave.
I'm borrowing this one, but I didn't move it.
I have one in here.
Hi, may I speak to Mr. Swinburne?
Dougie, he's fine.
I think
I should get more
I'm
about
with
him.
that.
His son did better.
Oh,
What DC?
right. This time it's not really very convenient for myself. I'm outside of the White House waiting for Donald Trump to come out. But I will try to reach him when I get back to my office later in the afternoon. Thank you.
What'd you do? Fire. I mean, it's got to be over. It's got to 12:30. All right. The job is okay, thank you. Is that the over? And so is Obama.
In this shot.
That means he's left the West Wing, right?
James Franklin will be Air Force
And it's in the House.
But Donald Trump flew into Washington today is a
So it's over.
from January. I see. Air Force One. But Donald Trump flew into Washington today. From January it will be Air Force One. But today Donald Trump flew into Washington on his own branded plane ahead of another extraordinary day. From January it will be Air Force One, but Donald Trump flew into Washington today on his own branded plane ahead of another extraordinary day in the political story of the United States. A full motorcade sweeping him to his first meeting at the White House. Two men who in the past have made no attempt to hide their utter contempt for each other, today are proudly partners, working on a smooth transition of power. Martha Joy Kumar is director of the White House Transition Service. Okay, that's it. We should have check
John Earl.
Thank you very much.
keep going.
Settle down, guys. All right?
Come on, sit down.
Tell me when you're ready.
Down. Down.
Ready? Okay. Well, I just had the opportunity to have an excellent conversation with President-elect Trump. It was wide-ranging. We talked about some of the organizational issues in setting up the White House. We talked about foreign policy. We talked about domestic policy. And as I said last night, my number one priority in the coming 2 months is to try to facilitate a transition that ensures our president-elect is successful. And I have been very encouraged by the, I think, interest in President-elect Trump wanting to work with my team around many of the issues that this great country faces. And I believe that it is important for all of us, regardless of party and regardless of political preferences, to now come together, work together, to deal with the many challenges that we face. And in the meantime, Michelle has had a chance to greet the incoming First Lady, and we had an excellent conversation with her as well, and we want to make sure that they feel welcome as they prepare to make this transition. And most of all, I want to emphasize to you, Ms. President-elect, that we now are going to want to do everything we can to help you succeed, because if you succeed, then the country succeeds. Please.
Well, thank you very much, President Obama. This was a meeting that was going to last for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and we were just going to get to know each other. We had never met each other. I have great respect. The meeting lasted for almost an hour and a half, and it could have, as far as I'm concerned, it could have gone on for a lot longer. We really, we discussed a lot of different situations, some wonderful and some difficulties. I very much look forward to dealing with the President in the future, including counsel. He explained some of the difficulties, some of the high-flying assets, and some of the really great things that have been achieved. So, Mr. President, it was a great honor being with you, and I look forward to being with you many, many more times in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. We are not going to be taking any questions. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Here's a good rule. Don't answer the questions when they just start. It's always the last one. Come on, guys. Yeah, come on, guys. Let's go. Very, very good man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
President Obama making it clear right there, wasn't going to take any questions after that meeting with Donald Trump. His first meeting ever with Donald Trump, apparently a cordial meeting, as you heard the president say right there. An excellent, wide-ranging conversation. Donald Trump also saying it was a good conversation, said he would seek the president's counsel in the future. And Jonathan Carr, I want to bring you in. You've covered both men for a long time, a lot of animosity. Even before this campaign, of course, Donald Trump questioned whether President Obama was even born in the United States. But that first meeting, apparently rather successful.
Yes, and there was a question that was answered, George. At the end there, I asked Donald Trump if he was really going to seek the president's counsel, and that's when he responded at the very end saying he is a very good man. Those were words that I hadn't expected to hear from Donald Trump, covering him all over these years. He talked about how he had respect for him, and he hoped to see him many, many more times in the future. Even made a reference, George, you heard there, to some of the excellent things that have been accomplished. So this was apparently a quite cordial meeting. As Trump mentioned, it lasted for an hour and a half, And I can tell you that while I was waiting to go inside the Oval Office, they had the pool waiting right next to the colonnade. I noticed that Jared Kushner, Donald Trump's son-in-law and close advisor, Ivanka Trump's husband, was walking around the South Lawn with Dennis McDonough, President Obama's chief of staff. They made that walk several times. That's a walk that the president often takes with his chief of staff when they discuss weighty matters. They even made that was even where they talked about the bombing campaign that was to happen against Syria. Of course, didn't happen largely because of what the two men discussed on that walk. So it was very interesting to see not only the meeting between the incoming president and the outgoing president, but also the outgoing chief of staff and one of the incoming president's most important advisors.
And John, interesting that he's going to seek President Obama's counsel, given the fact that so many of his promises on the campaign trail are to undo many of President Obama's accomplishments in his first 100 days in office.
Well, and also giving the unbridled animosity that we have seen between the two men. As you mentioned, Donald Trump questioned whether or not the president was even a citizen of the United States and therefore eligible to be president of the United States. And President Obama made no bones about the fact that he believed that Donald Trump was temperamentally unfit to be commander-in-chief. Now we see the two of them quite cordial words from each man. The president saying he is bound and determined to try to help Donald Trump be a successful president, successful transition, because he thinks that will mean success for the country as a whole. And this extraordinary statement from Donald Trump that he will be seeking counsel from a man he once said was not a legitimate president.
Cokie Roberts, cordial words, one of the rituals of democracy.
Yes, but you know, I think that Donald Trump has learned since the election that words really do matter. I mean, we had a dramatic instance of that where after the results were becoming clear, we saw the stock market futures drop by almost 1,000 points, 850 points or so. And then Donald Trump made that very conciliatory acceptance speech, and stocks started to go up. And then Hillary Clinton and the president made their very conciliatory speeches yesterday, and the market soared. And that is something that it's very hard for presidents to learn, is that their words really do affect peace and war. They affect markets, and Donald Trump is learning that very quickly and is responding to it in a way that I think can make people feel a lot more comfortable.
And for the most part, avoided questions, with the exception of Jonathan Karl at that press conference. Cokie Roberts, John Karl, thanks very much. There you have it, the first meeting between President Obama, President-elect Donald Trump. Mr. Trump now heads up to Capitol Hill. He'll meet with the Republican leader, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan. The Republican leader Mitch McConnell will be back with that.
This has been a special report from ABC News.
Can become a part of it. Join us at South University's College of Nursing and Public Health. We're assisting those who hear the call to serve, those who desire to join other dedicated healthcare practitioners. Right now, you can find your way, the South Way. Call or visit us online right now.
If you're injured in a car accident, who should you call?
You call 1-800-ASK-GARY. Everybody knows that.
That's right. You call 1-800-ASK-GARY. Do you know why? Because for over a decade, 1-800-ASK-GARY has been there to find you help 24/7. Why else? Because the insurance company isn't your friend. Who is?
1-800-ASK-GARY?
That's right. And knowledge is power. Now get out there and win. Ask Gary. Just call 1-800-ASK-GARY. Non-attorney spokesperson.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Don't miss Empire's 50-50-50 sale. Schedule now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. And now Empire Today has stores open inside JCPenney.
Have you been diagnosed with spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, or other chronic spine conditions? Are you ready to find lasting relief? Laser Spine Institute can help. Our board-certified surgeons use a less than 1-inch incision to get you up and walking within hours of surgery with no lengthy recovery.
Call 1-855-362-BACK today or visit laserspineinstitute.com for your no-cost MRI review.
Popcorn will make a dog jump.
Search is on right now for the gunman who shot 2 police officers ambush style near Pittsburgh early